Peace and harmony, family. Peace and harmony, family. Peace and harmony, peace and harmony, peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. I know I have not been live in a long time. Y'all, I'm going to try and get this video together, this live together. I can't make no promises because my child don't let me be great. And excuse my sheets. I'm in the middle of washing my blankets. These are the only ones that we had. So mind your business. But so I had some people inbox me about the breathwork challenge that I was doing. And I just wanted to go over the breathwork challenge. And I'm going to take this live and put it on my YouTube channel. So if you miss it, you can just go on there and look at it if you missed it. But anywho, the point of the 30 days of breathing is to help you become connected to yourself on all levels, because breathwork to me is more so a part of sensuality. Sensuality is not just about sexual energy, just not exchanging sex. Sensuality is about connecting to all of your senses. So when it comes to breathing, when it comes to breathwork, you're literally doing all of your senses at one time. Everything is a flow. So when it comes to doing the breathwork challenge, you're literally just staying. It's more so about your mindset, helping you build your mindset, helping you build your spirit up, helping you really commit to yourself and really be disciplined. That's really all it is. It's been times I didn't even feel like doing my breathing for the day, but because I'm in this chapter of committing to myself, I say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It'll be at like 11 o'clock at night. I'm ready to go to bed, and I just get out of bed. I don't care if I do it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It don't matter if you do it for 20 minutes. You just need to breathe. And so many people don't know that breath work can literally save and change your life. Like literally, it opens you up so that you can think clearly. So many people struggle with mental illnesses, mental disorders. They suffer from sickness altogether, whether it's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Breath work literally helps you with all of that. So, and this is coming from somebody who was addicted to smoking blacks. I'm talking 5, 6 a day. I was addicted to just drinking, smoking, just being violent, all types of things. The woman that I am today, I was not that person at all like a year ago, 2 years ago. And I did all that change when I started doing breath work. So this challenge is more so just to stay connected to yourself. So a couple of the breathing techniques that I do, and again, if you missed this, it's going to be on my Instagram. The couple of breathing techniques that I really, really do that I really, 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 really love is fire breaths. So what you're going to do, see if I can turn this way. So what you're going to do is you're literally going to release. And when I say release, I mean exhale. So you're literally going to exhale. Exhale. You hold for 7 seconds. And then when it's time to do fire breaths, when you start doing fire breaths, you're expanding only your diaphragm. So you want to try and do full, complete breaths when you do fire breaths. So if you need guidance with that, just put your hand on your belly and keep pushing. See, I told you they're not gonna let me be great.
I'm thirsty.
You thirsty? It's some water downstairs in the water bottle. By the table in the kitchen, okay? Close it up, E.
I closed the door.
All the way. See, you see what I'm saying? They get older and then they start talking back. But when you're exhaling, contracting, inhale, your diaphragm is expanding. When we're not even breathing correctly, because a lot of people, they just breathe with their chest. And if you just really just sit still and pay attention to your breath, you'll see that you're just breathing like short breaths all the time. So if you're breathing short breaths, you're not getting enough oxygen inside of your body, inside of your cells. You're not getting enough oxygen. So you're not able to think clearly, you're not able to heal your body, you're not able to function properly, whether that's exercising, taking in information, giving off information. You're not able to really digest what is happening to you. You're just real antsy. You have anxiety. Um, you have all types of things going on when we're really not breathing. And that's the crazy part, that people really downplay breath work. I don't know how many people I talk to and they just be like, well, I tried the breathing thing, but it didn't work. They be like, breathe to 10, breathe in and out of 10. I'm like, yeah, that's not really breath work. That's just some bullshit that a therapist told you to do. So, but anywho, so you're gonna release. You're gonna hold for 7 seconds, and then you're gonna do 5 breaths. You can do 34, which adds up to 7, which is the God number, or you can do 52. It just depends. But I will show you right now. So yeah. And this is also good if you're wanting to lose weight as well. For people who are trying to lose weight, when you literally breathe, I get into that. I get into that later. Let me show y'all. I get y'all to that. But okay. So when you do fire breaths, um, typically at the end when you do fire breaths, you would lean forward. So usually when I do fire breaths, I'm on my knees. So when I'm on my knees, I just literally take my hands and palms, um, and I'm allowing my higher self to, um, I'm surrendering to my higher self. So what I do, or my godlike self, whatever you want to call it, I literally lay and I bow my hands in front of me, and I bow and I welcome her in. I welcome her in. And when you lift up, you're inhaling. So you do a deep breath. So you, and then you just literally relax. And you take a moment. So I usually do that twice. So that's the first one, the fire breaths. And you can go at your own pace. But when it comes to the fire breaths, you're building up that energy, that momentum, that currency, that flow. You're building it up. And this also, when you do fire breaths, this is also helping you to jumpstart, kind of like give your adrenals and your kidneys a spark. So, and we need those, because when you do this, you're going to, whenever you start doing breath work, you're going to start going to the bathroom a lot, like especially urinating, like peeing, pooping. I'm so childish. But you're going to start doing those things a lot, because I've been taking notes on my own journey, and I noticed that I've been going to the bathroom a lot, and I noticed that my urine is not as clear. It's actually more yellow in color. Actually, if your pee is clear, that means your kidneys is not doing anything. Okay? You want to have a kind of like a bright kind of like a bright yellow color urine. Not like super bright, like sun bright, but it need to be yellow. It need to have some color to it. That means your kidneys are working. That means your adrenals are working. And that's good. That means your lymphatic system is moving. That means all of that shit is moving. And we need all of that to move so we can continue to flow. So, fire breaths. Love that one. That's my favorite. And the other one is I call that in and out. Slow in and out. But this one, you always, whenever you go into different breathing techniques, you always want to release first, hold for 7 seconds, and then go into the breath work, or at least that's what works for me. So I'm going to show you this one. It's real slow. I hate when I have lint on my pants, but it's real slow and more so controlled. So you're going to be and don't be alarmed too if you start doing breath work and then your nose start running, your eyes start watering, you start coughing, you even start passing gas. You all of these things are great signs because you're literally moving your lymphatic system, and so you're going to start having like tears come down, your nose gonna start running, cough, cough, voodoo. You know what I'm saying? That's normal. Don't be alarmed. Just like if you were to go through a detox in order to get, like, say you have eczema and you're going through a detox, your eczema is going to get worse before it gets better because it's clearing out everything. Like if you can see, I don't know if y'all can really see, but my eczema is starting to come back. It's because the soap and shit that I'm using right now. Ugh. But where I'm at, they don't really have a lot of good shit. So right now I'm trying to learn how to make my own shit because I can't deal with this. But hold on, I'm gonna answer that question. My screen kind of fucked up. I'm gonna answer that question in a minute. But but anywho, so try to ignore the noise in the back. So just bear with me. So this one's called In and Out, and you can use your hands to guide. It's kind of like a controller. So I'll just show you. So you're gonna release. That one's really my favorite. That one's really my favorite. That one really gets you that like real, like natural high, because that's what breathwork really is. So it's really allowing a bunch of oxygen to enter into your body. So the more oxygen you get going through all of your cells, the more conscious you become. So it's really about taking your time. I like to call that one in and out, but I like to call it in and out because not only is it like helps in out in, but when you breathe deeply, it's kind of like you start, if you do that one long enough, it's kind of like you start to have an outer body experience. So I really, really love that one. I always feel like really good. That would be making me feel like I'm floating. But so that one's called, I like to call that one in and out. And when you start to do it consistently and you really start to do it for longer periods of time, you'll know exactly what I mean when I say it's kind of like giving you an outer body experience. So when you come back from it, and each time that you do different breathing techniques, allow yourself to settle in those those techniques. Allow yourself to actually feel it so that you know what you're feeling. And even in this process, this is a healing. This is healing. Like, this is literally healing spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. You're healing yourself. So things will start to pop up for you mentally and emotionally. So don't be alarmed if you start feeling the need to cry, or feeling the need to, just feel like overwhelmed with emotions. Whatever happens, whatever comes up, allow it to come up so that you can deal with it. And I will always have a journal next to me so that I can write down my thoughts that come up. So when I do finish my breath work, I can go back and revisit that, or, just even visit it at a later time, because nobody said that you had to heal everything all at once. Because when you try and heal everything all at once, you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to miss the lessons from that healing. It's a lot of things that you're going to miss when you start to rush your healing. So it's peace and harmony, peace and harmony. So it's very important and vital that you really take your time and be patient with yourself. And I think that's the biggest thing that I learned, like, of this past year in 2022, that I'm really learning to take right now, because I have been placed in my journey to sit down and be still. And I'm really grateful, because it's literally like literally how it happens when you're going through a transition spiritually, and then it's hitting you physically. Like, spiritually, you already know that you're exactly where you need to be. You already know your ranking. You already know all of the information, because not too long ago I realized, oh shit, I'm stepping into the teacher role. Like, really being a fucking teacher. I was like, oh shit. I said, okay. Like, I spent most of my time learning things. I've spent most of my time, especially these past 3-4 years, I've been spending my time really learning and really being a student of life. And it wasn't until really last year where I'm like, okay, I was really learning to get out of my own way. So I started executing. I started to actually get out there and do the things that I see myself doing. And I planted so many seeds. So many seeds. So it's like, now that I felt that spiritually, it's like, this is also what helped me understand that death, as far as not like actual physical death, but death as in endings and new beginnings. It made me realize that sometimes death is a good thing. Matter of fact, death is good all the time. Because I have this thing that whenever something happens to me drastically in physical form, I already know that it's definitely going to turn around times 10. And I've been placed in a position of that. So I'm just, when you get into that physical state where you just happen to be still, and just, it's really nothing you can do but sit still and just literally feel everything. It's like, it's like I be speechless. I really be speechless. I don't know how to explain that shit, because this is the first time me really feeling it and really understanding what is going on. So it's kind of like I'm still learning this part, but I'm learning to be grateful and to be trusting of the process, like really, really trusting. So let me get back. I'm gonna give y'all two more, and then I'm gonna answer y'all questions, because I see y'all putting stuff in there, but I also got this big line on my phone. So give me a minute. Okay. Okay, so we did in and out, we did fire breaths. What other one am I being called to do? Okay. So this one, I call it a pump fake. So you're going to release you're going to release and it's gonna be like a, it's like, it's kind of like you're gonna pump your belly 2 times and release, and that one takes a little minute to get. So you're gonna like, so that one's kind of a little hard for me to do because I'm still learning that one. That actually came to me in the middle of me doing breath work, because a lot of my techniques, I just go with the flow of what I'm needing at the time, and I'm just also following whatever I see my higher self is doing. So it's like you pushing, and then when you release, it's supposed to be slower than a pump fakes. So it's supposed to be, but it's still complete breaths. So it's, and that one is really, really good if you have anxiety. Like, that one is really, really good if you have anxiety. Because I have anxiety, or I had anxiety. And my sister was going through this moment of where she was having anxiety. So we were doing breath work. So I was just like, I felt the need to do that. So that helped her in her process too. So if you have anxiety, that one is a real good one. Um, you do that long enough, you're gonna start to feel. But that's that one. That one's called pump fake. And then the second one, is kind of like a consistent flow. I haven't really gotten a name for this one yet that has come to me. But anyways, it just looks like, it kind of looks like a slower fire breath, but it go like this. And then when you do that one 5 times, because it's a 5 count to that. When you do it 5 times, on that fifth time, you're going to apply your locks. So applying your locks, ooh, my ears are ringing. So when you apply your locks, it's going to feel like, you know how you're using the bathroom? For women, it's kind of like Kegels. So you're going to hold it, tilt your head down, and you're going to put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and you're going to roll your eyes to your first eye. Not your third eye, your first eye is really what it's called. But you're going to literally roll it there. So you would literally breathe in, and you would squeeze, and you would hold it for a count to 7. And then you would release very, very slowly. So that one is really, really good. Okay. If you really just in like a tough situation, you angry, do that one for sure. Like, literally do that. 5 counts. You can do 4 or 5 sets. But let me answer some of y'all questions. Hold on. But yeah, hold on. Because I seen some of y'all saying something. Not somebody said wake up. How many kids do you? I only have one child. The person you just heard, that was my nephew. Yeah, that was my nephew. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Note taking a mug rabbit hole after. after rabbit hole. Yeah. Take it in. Breathe in, girl. It be too much stuff going on. It be way too much stuff going on. Tips on remaining positive despite the negativity. You know what? I would say just remember where you are in your journey and where you're going, because a lot of times I don't know, I'm just at this space too where I know that I'm a positive person, and I know that sometimes being around people who aren't used to your positivity, they can become real negative and become, like kind of like haters. So it's like, as long as you just in your own remain in yourself and in your energy and have good intentions and continue to speak love and light into yourself, and just remain and just continue to speak positivity into yourself, all that negative shit gonna start to roll right off the bat, because people be saying shit to me all the time, and I just like, it's to a point where I'm like, all right, like, thank you for allowing yourself to express to me how you feel. I appreciate your insight. But, I'm also at this point to a maturity of just killing shit with kindness. Because half of it, it don't even be worth the energy interruption. Like, it don't be worth the glitch. It don't be worth it. So, just make sure you surround yourself with good energy, good people. Listen to some lo-fi music. Take a break from listening to rap, trap, R&B. Like, listen to some lo-fi music. Allow yourself to process your own thoughts. Listen to some lo-fi music, some meditation music, journal things that been bothering you, so you can get that off your chest, so you can remove that stagnicity and allow flow and good energy to come through. Once you remove something, something's always being replaced. So when you're removing something, replace it with something positive. Replace it with some good, something that make you feel fulfilled. Like, literally replace it with something that makes you feel fulfilled. People try to exchange for just an external thing, and that's why a lot of people get stuck in cycles. But you need to replace it with things that make you feel fulfilled spiritually and internally. That's how you really get through that negativity for real. You only live, huh? You said you're on live. I don't know what that means. But intuitively guided. Yes, yeah. Intuitively guided for sure. Mhm. Well, if that's all the questions and stuff that y'all have, just remember to remain in your true essence. I, one thing that is going to one thing that is the theme this year is definitely being all authentic. And the only way to become authentic, your authentic self, is if you actually remove yourself from the remove yourself from social media. Remove yourself from hearing other people's thoughts and opinions, because then you'll be able to figure out what's your own voice, and you'll start to move accordingly to what you think and feel. Because it's one thing to hear people say some things and it's like, oh, okay, I believe them, I feel them. But when you're constantly doing it all the time, you constantly listening to what other people saying all the time, it kind of, you got to understand the mind. Like, you literally got to understand the mind. What you feed yourself spiritually and mentally literally puts an impact on what you think and feel about yourself. Like, everything is always like, it's like a mirror all the time. So when you allow yourself to sit in silence and not listen to the opinions of other people and what they have going on, you're allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable to what your actual thoughts are and your actual feelings are. So solitude, not solitude, but solitude allows you to connect alone with your soul. You know, your soul, a lot of our souls be speaking out loud, but because we don't know how to listen and we rather listen to other people's opinions, we often are found lost and in cycles. So, yeah, I think that's all I got for y'all. Yeah, so make sure if you missed this, I'm gonna put this on my YouTube live, so, or my YouTube channel, which is in my bio, because that's really where I be at, YouTube, and I be on here too, TikTok and Instagram. So yeah, if you missed this live and you want to watch it, make sure you go on my YouTube channel, because I'm gonna put it on here whenever they finish doing what they do with it on TikTok. So y'all have any questions, you're welcome. Much gratitude. No, thank you for showing up for yourself. Always thank yourself for showing up for yourself first and foremost. If y'all don't have any more questions about breath work, um, life, spirituality, I ain't put my crystals on. Y'all broke my necklace on my crystal. My the the thing, I broke it and I can't find my box of them. But if y'all don't have any more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, because I gotta go cook for the kids, my nephew and my daughter. But so I'm out, y'all. Peace, family. Mwah.